Peace, my name is Brandon B. Mike Odoms. I'm a visual artist from New Orleans. A couple years ago, we created Eternal Seeds as the nonprofit arm of Studio B. And Eternal Seeds is really our attempt to invest into the young artists in this community as well as emerging artists, with the understanding that it's our responsibility to make sure that the ground is fertile for beautiful things to grow, for their gifts to grow, for them to be able to sustain the creativity that they have in this community and not have to move away or not have to find their place in another city, but how do they sustain themselves in New Orleans? BElite's existence came as a result of their own initiative. Like, all of them began as a part of the summer session that we've been doing for the past 10 years. They all were students in the summer session, and they just kept coming around. And so my challenge to them was create a reason for you to be here, create a reason for you to stick around, and let's figure what that looks like. And so they came back with the idea of BElite initially as a teen art collective. They since expounded it to be a youth art collective. And it was just them saying, okay, this is what we want to do, this is what we want to accomplish, and this is how Studio B at that time could be a part of that mission. And since then, we've been able to be more intentional about that, to think about ways that can be effective for not just those youth that were part of the summer session, but how does it become impactful for youth all across the board. So that's how that started.
Hey y'all, I'm Astrid. I'm 18 years old. I'm a filmmaker, photographer, and visual artist, and I've been in BElite for 1 year. This is most definitely the largest scale mural I've ever worked on. It took a whole month, and even though the design may not be super intricate, it still just takes a lot of work and a lot of paint. The piece is called Shine Together. It was designed by our fellow BElite artist, Cam. It's really just to represent how our community needs to shine together. And if you look at the design, there's a little sun in the middle, and the hand's like pulling towards it. And the sun kind of represents this like magnetism of like community and just like shining in general, just being your best self. And I feel like that's something that we really need in the city right now, is to learn how to shine together.
My name is Carter. I'm a photographer here from New Orleans, and I'm 19 years old, and I've been a member of BElite since 2019. To someone who don't know much about BElite, I'll probably describe it to them as a youth collective. A lot of us, we do different mediums, visual art, graphic design, music, anything else you could think of, we do it all. So we're just a group of young people that like to create together. This mural, it's been really fun, but it's been really challenging at the same time. We've had quite a few setbacks just with the weather, it raining every day, and just like lack of materials when things start running thin. But it's been really fun, like for the most part. I've had a great time working with everybody. This project is really important to me, just because growing up in the city, I've always came and played on this court, me and my friends. So being able to revitalize it, paint it, make it look new, make it look fresh, that's really important. I'm excited to see and get the positive feedback from other people that come see the space.
I would describe my experience of being in BElite as honestly absolutely amazing. I've gotten so many opportunities of things I've never thought I'd ever do. I've had the chance to do so many murals in the city, including this one, meet a bunch of new people, and just be surrounded by a bunch of artists that look like me, which I feel is really important.
So from the very beginning, this project was all BElite. It was all them. Like, it was them creatively responding to the opportunity that was presented to them. And I stepped in every now and then when they might have had a question or might have had a thought around what's the best way to do this or how would you do this, but I've been purposely distant because I want them to be able to feel at the end of the day that they did this, that this wasn't an alley-oop, this was them getting it out the mud, and this was them doing it to the best of their ability. And I think that's gonna go a long way. They're gonna feel that years from now when they walk by this court or send people to this court, they're gonna know look, this is something that I created, and I think that's super important to be able to have that. So I'm excited for them. I can't wait to the public to come out and see what they created. I think it's gonna be amazing.
There you go.
The designers of this shirt, they pay a particular attention.
It's what's that old town scarf called?